The Earth feels permanent, solid, stable, ancient, but our planet was never meant to exist. It formed through a sequence of violent events so unlikely that if any single step had gone differently, Earth would never have formed at all. No oceans, no atmosphere, no life. Just empty space where our planet should be. This is not a story about a gentle beginning. It is a story of collisions, fire, and near total destruction, the process that turned chaos into a world. Over 4.5 billion years ago, the sun was surrounded by a vast disk of gas, dust, and debris left over from its formation. This disk stretched for billions of kilometers and contained the raw material for every planet in the solar system. Inside it, microscopic grains began sticking together. Dust became pebbles. Pebbles became rocks. Over millions of years, those rocks grew into massive bodies hundreds of kilometers wide, drifting through space on unstable paths. Most of these early worlds never survived. They collided, shattered, merged, or were thrown out of the solar system entirely. Earth did not begin as a planet. It began as a survivor of an extremely violent environment. As the early Earth grew larger, gravity crushed it inward. The pressure was immense. Heat built up deep inside the planet, melting rock and metal. The surface became unstable and began to liquefy. For millions of years, Earth was not a solid world. It was a global ocean of magma, glowing from constant impacts and radioactive decay. There was no land, no water, and no sky. Above this molten surface, debris continued to rain down from space. Asteroids struck with enough force to reshape entire regions. Earth was forming, but it was still one collision away from destruction. That collision eventually came. A Mars-sized object, often called Theia, slammed into the young Earth at incredible speed. The impact released unimaginable energy, vaporizing rock and throwing vast amounts of material into orbit. For a brief moment, Earth may have been partially destroyed. The surface was torn apart, and fragments formed a glowing ring of debris circling the planet. Over time, that debris came together to form the Moon. This single event stabilized Earth's rotation, slowed its spin, and helped prevent extreme climate chaos. Without that impact, Earth would likely be unstable or lifeless. As the planet cooled, heavier elements sank inward while lighter materials rose to the surface. Gases released from Earth's interior formed an early atmosphere, thick and hostile. Water arrived from asteroids and was released from minerals trapped deep within the crust. As temperatures dropped, rain fell for thousands of years, filling the first oceans. Even then, survival was not guaranteed. Earth exists in a narrow range where liquid water can persist. Too close to the sun, and it would have boiled. Too far, and it would have frozen. Too small, and it would have lost its atmosphere entirely. Earth worked because everything barely worked. Earth feels permanent because we stand on it. But its existence was never guaranteed. It formed through violence, survived by chance, and stabilized through catastrophe. The ground beneath your feet is the result of collisions that could have erased it completely. And this is the part most people never consider. Every rocky planet forms through chaos. Most do not survive long enough to become worlds. Earth is not the rule. It is the exception. So if our planet barely existed at all, what does that say about life elsewhere in the universe? Follow the channel for more stories from beyond the black.